This is the Hollywood Insider.
Let's get it started.
Now it's time.
You're locked on to the Hollywood Insider with Hal Sparks. The Hollywood Insider. Here's Hal.
In Chichewa, the word Madonna means distinguished white lady, so I think they got very confused.
Talking about the adoption that put Malawi on the map, that's the material mom herself, Madonna. I would like to personally thank him for opening this edition of Hollywood Insider. Thanks to you for tuning in. I'm Hal Sparks, which is Chichewan for, is that a mic in your pocket, or are you just here to adopt someone? This week, more with Madonna and all her adoption drama, plus the Dixie Chicks' Natalie Maines changes her tune.
I'm ready to make noise!
And Beyonce changes her career?
I'm not doing this to become a star or to prove that I can sing. I've already won 9 Grammys and everyone knows that I can sing. So I did this mainly to know that I can act.
Yeah, I don't think she would have to prove that she can sing at this point with 9 Grammys. You just kind of like slam one on the counter. Just boom. What do I look like American Idol reject to you? What, do you want to see another one? Boom. Here's a what? Let's go for 3. Boom. Yeah, great. If she gets one more Grammy, she could bowl with them. I would say that's actually the record. I'm just saying, that's how many Grammys the woman has. Over the next 3 hours, I'm going to be throwing more Hollywood gunk like that at you and showing you the inside of the world I like to call the biz. I don't actually call it that. Nobody actually does. Only people who aren't in the biz refer to it as the biz. So if somebody goes and, hey, I'm in the biz, run away from them. They probably have a chainsaw in their car and are trying to talk you into taking a hike in the canyon.
This is the Hollywood Insider with Hal Sparks.
I put into Nashville, Tennessee.
This is the Hollywood Insider with Hal Sparks.
I don't plan on doing Broadway until I'm older with kids, and I feel like that would be a great job for me when I'm married and I want to tuck my kids in to bed and drop them off at school and go do my show for 2 hours and go back home every day.
Terrific. So Beyonce will be starring in a new musical on Broadway called I'm Older with Kids. It should be a huge hit. I'm very excited. This sounds like one of those ridiculous normal life mythology kind of things that the celebrities get. Like, I just want my kids to have a normal life. Just go to school. I'm going to drop them off like a real mom and stuff. You can't have a normal life if your mother is Beyonce and she drops you off at school in a extended Escalade, pumping one of her 9 Grammy-winning albums. It's not possible for them to be normal. You have to send them to Switzerland where they'll be treated like crap because mom's an artist and they're surrounded by Arab billionaires. It's the only thing that will give them any semblance of what you and I grew up with.
I'm in no rush, and I do think family is really, really important. I grew up with both of my parents. It was always a lot of love in my house.
And next week, what will be real, real important? Another hit. Because without another hit, the family gets really antsy.
I'm just really in control of my schedule. It's difficult, but I've learned that I have to be a little bit selfish and take care of myself.
I just think it's fantastic. I'm going to take more me time. More baths for Hal this week. You know what? I'm going to do the show in the bath. They say don't have a radio in the bath with you. That's very unhealthy. But I don't know. Doing a radio show from the bath should be okay. I don't know. We'll test it and let you know. Just ahead on the Hollywood Insider, Helen Mirren. Oscar just made her a household name. Now, why the Queen's Corgis might be setting her up for even more acclaim. Yeah. The Queen's dogs are barking. I'm sure that's not... Rub more ointment on the Queen's dogs. They're barking. Ooh.
Our first AD thinks that I should win an award for dog howling. Forget the Oscar. I'd be very proud of a dog handling award. I was very good with the dogs.
Why? She was the Queen's dog whisperer the whole time. I would whisper things into their ears like, no more treats and off with your head. And the dogs were just quieter. One of them got sick. He was getting a little old or whatever, and the Queen actually couldn't be there when they put it down, so Helen agreed to dress up in the Queen outfit. And weird, she insisted on doing it herself. No drugs, just choke the dog to death. And she's a method actor, We'll be back with more from Helen Mirren, the new dog whisperer.
Waking up to find another day.
Hal Sparks here with Hollywood Insider. That's Hollywood, not Hollywood. That's the number, 866-HOLLYWOOD, or write to me. You know, you do email. I know you're home, hiding from the federales. Email me. Ask me a Hollywood Inside question. What's it like to rub elbows with all these people? Well, quite frankly, rubbing their elbows is the safest part you could rub because you don't want to touch the rest of these people. You want to use salad tongs. I met Paris Hilton at a party, and I thank God I was wearing a hazmat suit with those Robbie the Robot pinchers on the end of it, or I would have still been on an antibiotic drip. Write to me at hal@hollywoodinsider.com and curse me out for saying such a ridiculous notion.
Stay locked on. There's more Hollywood Insider coming up in minutes.
Travelocity presents the Lucky in Vegas sale.
This is the Hollywood Insider with Hal Sparks.
They have amazing chemistry. Actually, it aggravates me a little bit. They're a little too charismatic. Charismatic really isn't in my wheelhouse. I have two modes, melancholy and anger.
Melancholy and anger. I think that's the name of Beyonce's musical. I think, actually. Sounding off on the new movie duo of Drew Barrymore and Hugh Grant from Music and Lyrics, a movie, that is just got me written all over it as a demographic. Quite frankly, where was I? I was in an art film showcase, and they aired that, and I literally felt the estrogen level in my body go up 20 points. I'm Hal Sparks with Hollywood Insider. Thanks for tuning in. More ahead with that Music and Lyrics Hugh and Drew experience.
Because I have to be a pop star and I have to sing and dance and do all kinds of things which are anathema to me, Hugh, normally. It was an incredibly brave thing to do, and I want full credit for that.
Hugh, you want to talk about brave? Brave is picking up a woman on the Sunset Strip. Picking up anybody, for that matter. Picking up working or not. That's a dangerous place, my friend. That is flesh roulette is what you're playing, my friend. You are brave as brave can be. You don't have to, but, if you're going to say that, playing a pop star made you brave, try a season on Celebrity Duets, my friend. You got to be edited. I was live and doing it for charity. You got to sit on a bench next to Drew Barrymore giggling, which is all I can tell from the ads. Apparently that's all that movie is about, is two people sitting on a piano bench going, "Oh my God, you're talented. Me too. Ha ha ha." That movie should have been called Precious. Because that's what it was.
The Hollywood Insider.
I was so high I did not recognize.
She's a mistress of this craft, and she brings this incredible charm. She's got that. She's clever, but she's also got this incredible childlike charm. When a child smiles, you just have to smile as well. She has that as well. Amazing innocence.
That's Hugh Grant talking about Divine Brown. You know what? I'm so happy that they keep. What? No, it's Drew Barrymore. I'm sorry. Is it me, or is it a little creepy when you're talking about your co-star in a romantic movie as childlike repeatedly? She's just so precious. I just want her to put that outfit back on and dance around with a lollipop in her hands. You're creeping me out, Hugh. Just precious. I, however, Hal Sparks, here in the studio, flying solo with Hollywood Insider, and if Marie Osmond found one of my singing performances on Celebrity Duets to be too white, I can only imagine what she's saying about Hugh's crooning, quite frankly. His translucent English skin and all, I think he's part jellyfish. I may be wrong. I've never seen his parents, and if he's lucky, neither is he. He says the experience of tapping into some big screen musicality wasn't as bad as he thought it would be.
I thought I would hate it, but learning to play the piano, or learning to at least play the piano for those pieces, learning to sing, or at least learning a little bit how to sing, and also what a massive cheat it is now in terms of pop music, how it's made. You can bark like a dog, and by the time they've tweaked enough buttons on the computer, it comes out sounding great.
And by great, I mean Taylor Hicks. Music and Lyrics is out this weekend, so that means I will be at home with cotton in my ears under the covers, weeping.
You're locked on to the Hollywood Insider.
Hey girl, is he everything you see? Why the hell it me so
Hollywood Insider.
Blah, 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 blah.
I do give American Idol some credit because had it not been for American Idol, then they would have never known of a Jennifer Hudson to pick up the phone and call. So I am definitely grateful to them for that.
But Jennifer Hudson has made the best of her American Idol experience. I will have to give her that. And she didn't really have any choice because besides that and Dreamgirls, she only had one other thing on her resume. A Disney cruise ship in Hercules the Musical. Was she one of the biceps? I don't understand. Like, it's scary enough being on a cruise ship because if you've ever been on one of those things, they have two big chambers in them in the middle that are like dance halls or something that show off how big the ship is. And all you can ever envision is them filling with water as people leap to their deaths because that's all you've ever seen in a movie. That's all you've ever. And here's the thing: the thought of drowning dressed as a harem girl with too much makeup on is a dream of mine. No, quite frankly, it's probably the most frightening way you could go to your death because no one is going to let you into the life raft dressed like that. Quite frankly, they're going to look for a doctor or somebody else, but they're going to judge your performance before they let you into the life raft. She was terrible. Row, everyone row. She's coming this way. This is Hal Sparks for the Hollywood Insider. We'll be right back after this break.
The Hollywood Insider.
You're locked on to the Hollywood Insider. Thank you for your patience. Your listenership is important to us. Please continue to hold. Hal will be with you shortly.
Brenda Coates is a real Geico customer, not a paid celebrity.
Hey, everybody, got an announcement to make. What? White people can't dance. For shizzle. Yeah! Ding, 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 ding.
White people can't dance.
I got rhythm, I got music. Who could ask for anything more?
Yeah! The Hollywood Insider. Here's Hal.
I started my career as a dancer, and so I know what that life is, but I realize that a lot of people don't.
That's Jennifer Lopez spreading the word on her new MTV reality TV series, Dance Life. Executive producer, diva extraordinaire, Jennifer Lopez, showing you what reality is really like for kids in a dance school who don't just learn how to dance, they're scrutinized by cameras every waking moment. Because that's real. Because when she started out as a dancer, there were 9 cameras following her to the toilet.
You don't go out as much, you choose different places to go. If you want to be in those magazines, you can. And if you don't have to be.
That was, of course, Jennifer talking about how going into hiding, basically, just spending some me time for herself, was a difficult thing to adjust to, you know? It was a compromise, but her management made her do it because people hated her. And the thing that makes people stop hating you is wondering where the hell you are. Because nothing says I love you like a search party.
My life for me had become uncomfortable, and I realized there was a way to pull back from it in the way I live.
Yeah, that's always been my thought about celebrities or whatever. I'm tired. Like Eminem used to complain that you're just trying to have a burger at Burger King with your kid, and blah. Like, dude, one of the perks of making millions of dollars is never having to eat at Burger King again. Isn't that the point? Fast food is for people with... That's why they run $1.99 specials. That's why they give you burgers for 99 cents a case, because it's for people with no money. You have millions of dollars and you want to be treated like crap and served garbage? Go to a restaurant with people richer even than you. Go to where Bill Gates has lunch. They'll toss you out, believe me. But I have $1 million. I have 30 billion. Go away. You know? If you're William Shatner, don't eat a kookaroo and complain when people are, walking by and going, eat turkey and prosper, you know? I mean, for God's sakes. That's one of the great things about fame, is that if you want to be in the public and have people come up to you and say they like you or they don't like you, you absolutely can. But if you want to just skulk around invisibly and go to really rich places they can't afford to go, there's plenty of opportunities. Man, these people, it boggles my mind, really. But the cool thing, Jennifer Lopez, she's trying to find a balance, man, between the two, and I think she can do it.
I chose to pull back on it a little bit, go a little bit underground, work on some things behind the scenes, and work on some passion projects of mine, my 2 new albums and my 2 new movies that are coming out this year, and produce a little bit more, and that's what I did. And this year I'll be out there a little bit more since I have that stuff coming out now.
So the message of Jennifer Lopez is, while you're making stuff, be busy making stuff, and once you have it to sell, then be in the public. Suddenly I'm disgusted. She's just out promoting things that she wants you to buy and see. That's horrible. I don't want a celebrity to be out in the public selling their wares. That's not. I want them out there because they desperately need attention or are fearing that no one likes them and have father issues and that's horrible. Selling me things. By the way, don't forget to check out Dance Life, J-Lo's new reality series on MTV. It's currently airing. I'm Hal Sparks, now on Hollywood Insider. That's my show. I'm pimping it.
How long before I get in? There's nothing left to lose.
I'm Hal Sparks, and this is Hollywood Insider. Just ahead, Madonna addresses her controversial adoption of little David from the African nation of Malawi.
People accused me when I had my daughter that I did it as a publicity stunt, so I expected that, but I didn't expect to be demonized.
No, you were just accused of kidnapping. If you were accused of being a demon, I think you would have had to eat the child in front of its parents while asking for their souls.
Breathing right away, and the reason is you.
This is the Hollywood Insider with Hal Sparks.
People started to say my name, and they didn't even know who they'd never heard of Madonna. And in Chichewa, the word Madonna means distinguished white lady. So I think they got very confused.
How ironic that in English it now means the exact opposite. You know what's funny is the idea that maybe Madonna was actually shocked that she wasn't recognized in Malawi. I gotta put more clicks in my music. Yeah, it's gotta be tough when you go to an African nation, and some of them, where they speak with clicks and pops it or whatever, that even their speaking has a nice beat and you can dance to it.
I definitely want Malawi and his culture and his roots and his background to be a part of his life. I want him to learn to speak Chichewa. So I want to keep him connected to his culture and where he comes from.
I guess the big question is, will Madonna ever adopt again? And am I too old to be considered? Because I would like to, although it might be dangerous to nurse, considering some of the clothes she wears. But she's got a lot of catching up to do, quite frankly. She can't get bogged down in Malawi. She's got, Angelina Jolie is way ahead of her in the adoption category. Angelina just adopted a new kid because she needed another black face to balance out her family. She had 2 white kids and 1 black kid, and she wanted another one so that the black child would not feel lonely and have a face that looked familiar to look at. Sorry, but when your parents are Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt, no face looks familiar. You're just gonna know that they're 2 tall, beautiful people walking around, and you're not one of them. I don't care what color you are, you're gonna be going, this is depressing. I don't even want to be near them. I see them at a restaurant. Unless there are funhouse mirrors nearby, I'm not going anywhere near the place. I feel bad for these kids. I want to play some music for them. Let's play a song for the kids.
The Hollywood Insider.
You got your mother and your brother. Take what's left of me.
This is the Hollywood Insider.
I'm Hal Sparks. Hollywood Insider's taking a quick time out. But when we return, Clint Eastwood and Jay Leno talk trouble in terms of Lindsay, Paris, and Britney. But not until Rosie O'Donnell and Barbara Walters have their say on the subject first.
I want Britney to move in with me and Kelly and the kids.
You're gonna get her to wear underwear?
Not the kind you wear, Barb, because she's a little young for Depends. No, I'm sorry, that's wrong. It's Girls Gone Wild Tinseltown after the break, plus the music of Snow Patrol, Alanis Morissette, and the Red Hot Chili Peppers. You'll hear it when Hollywood Insider continues.
Stay locked on. There's more Hollywood Insider coming up in minutes.
It's allergy season.
The Hollywood Insider.
You're listening to the Hollywood Insider with Hal Sparks, model citizen, patriot, and he pays nearly all his taxes. We think.
I think it's really sad that young women today have to flaunt their pudenda, whatever it is, to attract guys or to attract attention. I mean, they've shown all the front bits, the boobs and the butts. Where's it all going to end?
Well, Joan, you should know you write books about it all the time. That's Joan Collins, by the way, talking about Paris and Britney and Lindsay and pretty much every starlet in town. I'm Hal Sparks, front bit securely fastened. Thanks for joining me on Hollywood Insider. Just ahead, Madonna speaks up on the subject and the part she might have played in Britney's blow-up.
We shared a kiss, and, I never saw her again. You see, that's how it goes in my life.
That's how I feel about Madonna. Shared a kiss, and we never spoke again. Of course, it wasn't so much a kiss. It was me licking a poster of her when I was in high school. But still, Paula Abdul, Clint Eastwood, and Jay Leno are taking turns here, too. Stand by for all of the above coming up. We've also got the music of Alanis Morissette, the Red Hot Chili Peppers, and Michelle Branch. But first, it's Snow Patrol with Chasing Cars.
We'll do it all. Are you happy now?
The Hollywood Insider.
I wouldn't say that we were the best of friends. It was just a period of time where we were working together, and I struck up a bit of a friendship with her, but I live in England, she lives in Los Angeles, and she ran off and got married and had kids, and we kind of just drifted apart.
Hey, I'm Hal Sparks with Hollywood Insider. Madonna was not talking about Britney's recent freak out and her run-ins with hair clippers. Ironically, Paula Abdul sounded off on Britney Spears. But Paula Abdul is one trip to the clippers away from outrunning her, quite frankly.
I've been in this business 20 years. You've never seen any articles or any pictures of me partying and whooping it up.
Wait a minute. Maybe she's never seen any pictures of her partying and whooping up. Maybe that's what she meant. Because we've all seen... Does anybody have YouTube? Paula, get YouTube, baby. Because people are... There's all kinds of footage of you, kid. But you won't see any pictures of Clint Eastwood partying and whooping it up either. Thank goodness. If Clint doesn't have much sympathy for the plight of young celebs like Britney, Lindsay, and company, it's because he doesn't have much sympathy for young celebrities these days in general.
Everybody's a star, so you have to have superstars. People are stars who are just heiresses or something. Now, I don't have an example of that.
Speaking of heiresses, let's just say that Paris Hilton, shocking as it seems, is handling herself much better than most of her peers these days. Maybe it's just by comparison, though. That's the thing. If it's kind of like if you're trying to look skinnier, run with fatter people. Maybe it's that kind of idea. But Jay Leno agrees and jokes that Mel Gibson could have taken a few pointers from Paris on the way she handled her recent DUI drama.
She was smart. As soon as the cops pulled her out of the car, she said, "Go Israel! Whoa, those Jews are great! Yeah!"
I have never had an alcoholic drink in my life. I will never have one. And so, Paris, if you need a designated driver, I'm all there for you, baby. And if you pass out, I promise not to touch you. Much. Thanks to all the stars who dropped by Hollywood Insider this weekend. I really appreciate it. Jay, Clint, Paula, all of you. I'm so... Hey, no problem. Can you help carry Paula, actually? Because she's still... I can get myself. No, you can't. And I'm not letting Paris drive you home. Clint, can you give them a ride home? I'll give them what for. All right, fine. We still got more music coming up on Hollywood Insider. I'm Hal Sparks.
The Hollywood Insider.
Simon Says, put your hands on your head.
This is the Hollywood Insider with Hal Sparks.
That's a great way to wrap things up this weekend. I'm Hal Sparks. Be sure to join me next week for Hollywood Insider as we get dreamy and steamy with the stars of Grey's Anatomy. Mostly steamy. Have you seen the stuff going on over there? It's like a boxing match. It's like UFC and ER mixed. It's very weird. We're taking 5 with Julia Roberts on the set of her new flick, and Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie give us the scoop as they prepare to make headlines yet again. All that and more next week. Remember, we're your backstage pass to the red carpet world, along with all your favorite music. I'm Hal Sparks with Hollywood Insider. Love ya. Mean it.
For more information on the Hollywood Insider, contact Brian Baker at 818-606-4600.